Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 28th, and I wanted to give a greenhouse update since we started planting seeds in there around January the 4th. So right now this is what the greenhouse area is looking like. I have purchased a bunch of winter flowers. I still got my strawberries going in my blue-green stalk, and I got some dill in here. This is lemon thyme, it's doing really good. And this is regular English thyme that's been in here for a couple of years. And it's still making some thyme, but it's getting really woody. So I don't know if I can I've been trying to fertilize that and get it to come back. But pretty much most of the flowers and everything else that was in here got froze. So besides for the strawberries and those couple herbs right there, that's all I got in there so far. In these planters, I have some of the snapdragons that survived. These yellow ones survived the frost, and they also survived the summer, which snapdragons usually don't do. And then back here I just have more pansies, Johnny jump ups, and snapdragons. Going over to my basket weave, light pink. Pretty much there was peppers in here, and all the peppers got froze. A few flowers. This is a Swiss chard that's been in here for a while. But other than that, this whole tower can be replanted for spring. In this container I had my pineapple sage, which will come back. I need to trim all the dead stuff that got froze out of there. And my eating ginger is in this pot as well. This is my bucket of chives that I just went ahead and cut off after the freeze, and it's coming back new. And some hot pink geraniums right there. Alright, so this is just in case you haven't been here before. My greenhouse is a 4x6 PAL Ram. I've had it since probably 2018, and I got it for Christmas 2018, and it has been a trooper. I have never had it blow away or had any problems with it whatsoever. And it is not a very big greenhouse. I wish I had a 6x8 at least. But with the proper shelving, it holds a ton of seeds. I just have to reorganize stuff sometimes. Most of the time, since we're in Florida, I only run this basically December, January, through beginning of March. So before I just came back from a 3 or 4 day vacation in Panama City. We got there right after the snow, and we didn't get any snow here in Jacksonville. We just got rain. It was very disappointing, at least where I live at. So I did up pot some of these tomatoes. This is a 36 cell tray of tomatoes that I planted, and then this is the up pots of those. And I did, while I was gone, they didn't get water, so I lost some of them. I only had from here over with transplants in them, so I lost a few of them, but not too bad. I'll go over what has started over here. So I got a couple more indeterminate beefsteaks that have come up. I got a Dr. Witchy right there. I've got some Celebrity Plus determinates. Got a Tachi and a large red cherry. And then a determinate Bella Rosa right there. And then on the transplanted ones, I've got 3 of the Roma VF determinates. I got 3 of the Black Creme indeterminates. Some determinate Burpee Super Steak hybrids. I got 1 of them. I did have 4, but didn't make it in the transplant. I got 1 of the Dr. Witchies. I'm guessing this is probably a Dr. Witchy too. I'm not sure. It just came up while I was gone, so a seed must have gotten that sale. And then we got our Celebrity Plus, which I probably already said that. And then here is our winter, our cool weather crops that we transplanted. We got cauliflower. I did 3 different varieties. I did green, white, and purple cauliflower. So those are just mixed up. I got 2 rows of them. Got some tiny bok choy that I got as a free seed from Baker Creek. And then I got 2 rows of those. And then I got 2 rows of the Yod Fa broccolini from Baker Creek. So that's either broccolini or a rapini type of broccoli, but it's one of those ones that doesn't make the big heads. It just makes small ones, which in the springtime, planting in the spring, that's the kind you want, because we don't have enough time for those other varieties that grow the big heads. I have to plant those in fall. And then over here is more of our herbs and stuff that and flowers. We got some fennel, we got cilantro, calendula, some microgreens, which those are just mixed greens that I plant from a microgreen pack. And then we got some nasturtium, which they got a little frost in here from being up close to the ceiling. We got some sweet alyssum, the yellow variety, and some more fennel in there. So that's what we got in our grow outs. And down here we have my breaker that has my heat pads on it, on my surge protector flip. So I don't know how long my heating pads, I have heating pads under all these, were out while we were gone, but they have started anew since we got back and it's warmed up. In here so far, this come up is these are the peppers. We got 36 cell of peppers planted with multiple seeds in each cell, and so far, which is not a surprise because it's been so cold, we got 1 giant Marconi and 1 Mad Hatter pepper that's come up in there. And then on this one, this is a flower and herb tray, and we have coreopsis that's come up, petunias, snapdragons, poppy, and deal, and 1 little marjoram. And then I just planted these probably on, I don't know, the 14th or something. I might have it wrote down in here somewhere. And then let's see what we got. This is peppers. We got the Arapaho cayenne, the hot lemon peppers, and Halcinator jalapenos back there, but we haven't got nothing from them. This next one's got lettuce and snapdragons, and the Cherokee red lettuce has come up. The Harmony has not, and we have a few snapdragons that have come up. This one is more peppers, nothing in here. We got pepperoncinis, Lola banana peppers, and pimentos, but nothing has come up so far. And this one we got some indigo blue cherry tomatoes, some sun sugar cherries, and some roulette habaneros, which have not come up, but we do have a few of the indigo blue and sun sugar tomatoes. And then this final one is gonna be some more tomatoes. We got the Rosy Finch micro tomato, got 1 of them coming up. Some Lemon Boy Plus are coming up, and some Baby Boomer. Those are some determinate red cherry tomatoes. And 1 more tray of some cool weather crops and flowers. We got 3 rows of bachelor buttons. So a couple of the Texas bluebonnet flowers, and we got some flowering kale. And yeah, that's it. So it's growing in there. So we got several bachelor buttons going on. And that is all that we got going on in the greenhouse so far. Pretty soon it'll be February in the next couple of days, and we will be doing more flowers and starting squash and stuff like that. Take a quick peek at the garden. It's our Old English Bulldog Dougie. He just turned 1 year old on January 8th. He's trying to fit through the gate because he wants to go in there. I have to put this stick across here so they don't get in, but obviously my white American Bulldog is already in here snooping around. So this is what our garden looks like. Let me back up. On January 28th. Not much different from a couple weeks ago when we did the garden tour, but I will kind of show you what I've done. So this is our Swiss chard, and there's some carrots in here that came back from the last time I planted carrots in here. We got some Morris heading collards planted right here. This is the seed tape from Hoss Tools with the rainbow carrots. They're looking good. And then here's my broccoli. Here's what my broccoli looks like. I'm ready to pick broccoli. Broccoli heads are looking good. And then up here, I took out all the cauliflower plants that I already picked. There's one that's still growing. And then down here, I planted some Savannah mustard. I don't remember what all I planted there. I think I planted some turnips and maybe some beets. But I don't remember. All I wrote down was the Savannah mustard. But I know that I planted a lot, and you can see all the little plants. There might be some radishes in there too. But I tried to fill in the hole that where the cauliflower was with new seeds. Spinning around. Everything is dead in here except for some carrots that I planted, direct sowed, and a few onions that I bulbs that I poked in there. All the stuff from summer is dead. And here I just have a sage or salvia plant down there. And all the peppers and everything are dead in here. Now this really winter, starting to look good in my kale bed. They're coming back from all the aphids and struggling that they did through the fall. We got some beautiful scarlet kale in here, some dazzling blue kale, lacinato kale. Got a mustard plant right there. And then right here I got a few carrots that came up from seeds that I planted, and then a bunch of onion bulbs that I planted. And then here's my Hoss Tools onion bundles that I planted in here. I got 3 varieties. I got 150 plants from them to start. They are red Creole, a Texas sweet onion, and a Vidalia onion, or Texas yellow and a Vidalia onion, I think. In here I planted sugar snap peas, and you can see they're starting to come up. In here's some more. My dog got in here and messed up my sugar snap peas, so I had to replant them, but they hadn't started. Darla, leave that alone. I hadn't started doing anything yet, so maybe we saved them. So right through here in the middle, got my Savoy cabbage just starting to head up, and my big old broccolis. I've got, should have like 4 plants in here. Got some red mustard down in there. But those are my big heads of broccoli. Up here I've got some more Savoy cabbage and some Morris heading collards. And then right here in the very front by the gate is my purple Ruby Perfection. Can never think of the name of this stuff. I think it's Ruby Perfection. Then I got a big Swiss chard plant back there, but it's just starting to head up. So that's my Savoy cabbage. We'll go back down this way. And right here is a bunch of bok choy that I transplanted from just randomly in my garden. And I moved some of my kale out of this bed that was being shaded out by the bigger kale, so it could get some more sun here, and it seems to be happy about it. And then there's nothing in here. Turning around, this was my fall tomato bed, but I didn't get any tomatoes. Didn't even form a tomato before they all froze. But all you can do is try. I planted the Bolero carrot seeds from Hoss Tools in here. I'm starting to see a couple carrots. And then this row right here, this little section is the bulb onions that I got from Walmart. I got like 60 of them for under $4. This section right here is, I don't know, I forgot what I planted there. Probably turnips or something. These are some more kales that I transplanted from other places in the garden that were being shaded by bigger plants. And then there's some volunteer dill in here. Some more kale. That's another little dill plant right there. This is my blue collards. And then my Georgia collards. They're finally starting to look decent. And I got the blue collards from Lowe's as started plants. And the Georgia collards I grew from seed. And then on this bed right here, this concrete bed, there's nothing happening. Nothing planted in there. Right here I just have the rest of the red lettuce that made it through the frost. And a couple of, oh no, my celery got dug up somehow. I'm gonna replant him, see if he can keep going. I got 2 new celery plants in there. But other than that, I got a cilantro plant that I replanted. I should have probably left him where he was to be sheltered from the frost, but maybe he'll pull through it. They kind of like some cool weather. And then in here, I've got the fiddler kraut, cabbages growing, and some mustards I grew from seed. There's some more cabbage growing throughout there, and some more mustards. And then right here, I pulled up all of my white Mayama turnips. And I made some turnip greens the other day. I replanted some more turnips from another part of the garden that were being shaded out. And I still got room to plant some more stuff, but this stuff got really big and pretty after I harvested a bunch of greens. And now new stuff is growing and getting big. This is my celery over here, and the rest of those are red mustard. And then still nothing going on in this part of the garden. I did plant this row right here in potatoes. I think I got 3 or 4, I think it was 3 packs of potatoes from Walmart. I got a Yukon Gold, a red Norland, and a multicolor pack. And I did, last time I went to my feed store, they did have potatoes, so I got 1 5-pound sack of potatoes. I'm going to plant it in that row right there on the other side of this trellis row. Just haven't had a chance to do that since we were gone. Nothing going in any of these beds here. Still working on this bed, just using it for a compost bin right now. And then I have my 2 buckets of onions up here. So that is it for the garden update for January the 28th. Hopefully I'll have time to do a bunch of stuff, but I think that this week I'm definitely going to be harvesting broccoli. And I'm going to leave them in there so they can do little side shoots and stuff like that. So that is the January 28th update. And I was going to come back here and put some tags where I planted some seeds, but I just didn't do it. So now I'll be just as surprised when it comes up to find out what it is on some of these places where I've filled in the gaps. So hope you enjoyed the video. I just like to document where I am at each month of the year when it's in gardening season and things are happening. So talk to you later, guys.